The rain was cold. The sky was gray. John stood alone in front of the grave. His black coat was soaked, but he didn't care. He had come to say goodbye. The name on the stone was clear. Anna Roberts' beloved wife, lost in space. Year 2281. John slowly knelt down. His fingers touched the wet ground. "Hi, Anna," he whispered. "It's been 2 years. I thought I was strong. But I miss you every single day." His voice broke. His eyes were red, but no more tears came. He had cried enough in these 2 years. Anna had gone missing during a mission near Saturn. Her ship was attacked. No survivors were found. Only a broken signal and some black box data. The military said she was dead. They even gave him a medal. But medals don't fill the heart. John took a deep breath and placed a small photo on the grave. It was old and torn, their wedding picture. He smiled a little. "You always hated this picture," he said. "Your hair was a mess. But I love it because you were real." Thunder rolled in the distance. The wind got stronger. Trees shook. He stood up slowly. "Goodbye, Anna," he said, his voice shaking. "I have to let you go now." He turned around to leave. The path behind him was empty. The cemetery was silent. Just the sound of wind and rain. Then a hand touched his shoulder. John froze. The touch was cold, too cold that his heart pounded. Slowly, he turned his head. A woman stood behind him, her face. Her eyes. Her voice. "John," she said, "is it really you?" John stared at her, unable to speak. It was Anna. She looked the same. Same short brown hair, same soft voice, same small scar near her eyebrow, but something was different. Her skin was pale, almost too perfect. Her eyes, they didn't blink. "Anna?" John finally said. "But you're dead." "I don't remember dying," she said softly. John stepped back. He looked around. Was this a dream? Anna stepped closer. Her movement was smooth, almost too smooth. "I woke up in a dark place. Machines, voices, I was alone. Then I remembered you. I followed something, a signal, maybe. It brought me here." John's hands shook. "This is not possible. You died. Your ship was destroyed." "I don't know what happened," she said. "But I'm here now. I came back." Silence. The rain had stopped. The air felt strange, heavy. John looked into her eyes. They glowed slightly, a soft blue light. She saw his fear. "You're scared," she said. "But I'm not here to hurt you." John took a step back. "Are you really Anna?" She looked down. Then she said, "I don't know. I remember you. I remember us, but parts of me feel wrong, like I'm missing something." He noticed now she wasn't breathing. No fog from her mouth. No heartbeat sound in the silence. "You're not human," he whispered. She nodded slowly. "Maybe not fully. But I'm not a robot. I feel things. I feel you." John didn't know what to say. Anna looked up at the sky. "They changed me. The ones who found me. But I don't remember them clearly, only flashes. Cold rooms, wires, tests." John asked, "Who are they?" She looked back at him. "I don't know. But I think they're watching. Even now." Suddenly, a sound came from the distance, a soft beep. Anna touched her ear. Then her eyes turned fully blue, just for a second. "They know I'm here," she said. "We have to go." John stepped back. "Go where?" She walked up to him and gently held his hand. "I'll explain everything. But not here. Please trust me." John looked at the grave behind her. The stone still said Anna Roberts. He was standing with someone who looked like her, spoke like her, remembered their life together. But inside, something else was there. He had a choice, run or follow. His heart still loved her, but his mind screamed danger. He took one deep breath, and then he followed her into the fog. The road was quiet. No cars, no people. Just fog and the sound of their footsteps. John walked beside her, beside the woman who looked like Anna. He kept glancing at her from the corner of his eye. She walked with calm, silent steps. Her face was peaceful. Too peaceful. Where are we going? He finally asked. To a safe place, she said. Away from their eyes. John didn't ask who they were, not yet. His mind was still trying to catch up that she said she was Anna. She remembered their wedding, their favorite song, their last fight before her mission. But she didn't breathe. Her skin was cold. Her eyes glowed. He was walking beside a ghost. No, something stranger. They reached a long empty tunnel. An old service road under the city. The walls were cracked. Water dripped from above. Anna walked in without fear. John hesitated. Then followed as they moved deeper. Her voice echoed. Softly, I remember you crying in the kitchen. After I left for Saturn. You tried to cook pasta but it burned. John stopped. Only you knew that. I'm me, she said. But different now. He looked at her closely. What are you? She stopped walking and slowly turned to face him. I think I died, John. I think my body was gone. But someone, brought my mind back. He stepped closer. Back how? I don't know. I just woke up in a cold room. I was floating. There were lights, machines, voices in a language I couldn't understand. She looked away. They touched my mind. They copied it. And then they gave me this new body. John stared at her. You're a machine? I don't feel like one, she said. I still feel love. I still feel fear. I feel you. He reached out. His hand touched her cheek. It was soft. Warm now. Was it real, or was his heart playing tricks? She suddenly flinched. What is it? He asked. She looked behind them. Her voice lowered. They're near. Who? They're watching me. Watching you now, too. John felt a chill crawl up his spine. Then he heard it, a soft humming. Like electricity. But there were no lights in the tunnel. Anna's eyes flashed blue again. I'm blocking the signal for now, she said. But not for long. They began walking again faster. I need to show you something, she said. Then you'll understand everything. They reached a metal door hidden behind old bricks. She pressed her palm to it. The wall glowed for a second. And opened. John stepped inside. It wasn't a tunnel anymore. It was a lab. Underground. Lit by blue lights. Silent. Cold. He looked around. Glass tubes. Floating machines. Symbols he didn't recognize. Strange wires like veins ran along the walls. What is this place? This is where I woke up, she said. This is where they remade me. John turned and saw a mirror on the wall. Anna stood in front of it, but the reflection was not human. Her eyes were pure white. Her arms lined with small circuits. Under the skin. Her spine glowing through her back. She looked down. She didn't move. I didn't ask for this, she whispered. John didn't speak. Anna touched the mirror gently. They used me. I don't know why, but I escaped. I think. I was the first one to get out. Then she turned to him. But they're making more like you. No, she said, not like me, worse. John's heart beat faster. What do you mean? They're building copies, not just of me. Of you too. Of others, soldiers, scientists, anyone they can find. She pointed to the far wall. There was another tube there. Inside it was John. Or someone who looked exactly like him, floating inside, eyes closed, wires in his head. John stepped back. In shock. What the hell is this? Anna grabbed his arm. This is why I brought you. You need to see the truth. Before they replace you too. His voice shook. How long has this been happening? She looked at the tube. Then at him. And said, it's already begun. John stared at his own face inside the glass tube. Eyes closed. Still. Floating. It was him. Same scar on the chin. Same haircut. Same expression. But it wasn't him. What is that? John whispered. Anna's voice was quiet. It's a copy. Made. From your DNA and your memories. John backed away. No, that's not possible. I never gave anyone my DNA. You didn't have to, she said. They take it from anything. A drop of blood, a piece of hair, even your voice. The room around them buzzed low, like a machine breathing. The blue light overhead flickered. Anna walked slowly across the room. Her steps made no sound. Her fingers brushed across the walls, smooth metal, alive with symbols that moved like liquid. This place is hidden under the old city, she said. No maps, no signals, only they know the way. Who are they? John asked, his voice rising. She stopped. They're not from here, she said. They came quietly. No ships. No war. Just ideas. John looked around. The walls. The tanks. The strange machines with no screens, just soft humming lights. It's alien, he said softly. Anna nodded. Their goal is not to destroy us. It's worse. He turned to her. Worse? They want to replace us. John shook his head. Why me? Why you? Because we were easy to copy. You a soldier with memory implants. Me, lost in space, no witnesses. She opened another door. This one led to a wide, circular room. In the center, a massive glass map floated, like a hologram, except real. John stepped closer. The map showed Earth. Red dots flickered on the surface. Hundreds of them. What are these? He asked. Copies, she said. Already activated. John felt dizzy. This can't be real. But the evidence was all around him. A strange noise echoed through the corridor behind them. Anna's face changed. They found us, she said. We have to move. They ran, through halls of glowing symbols. Past dark rooms full of half-finished bodies. Some moved inside the glass, some didn single quotes d. John tried not to look. But one caught his eye, a child inside a tank. It opened its eyes and watched him pass. Why would they do this? He asked, breathless. They think they're helping, Anna said. They think emotions make humans weak, so they made something better. US, but colder. Smarter, controlled. They reached a stairwell, narrow metal. Deep. Anna grabbed a small device from the wall and crushed it in her hand. What was that? John asked. A jammer, she said. It bought us time. As they climbed, John asked the question he had been holding since he entered. Are you one of them now? She stopped. Her voice cracked. I don't know. Silence, only their breaths. And the hum of machines below. I have memories of you, she said. I remember laughing with you. Dancing in the kitchen. I remember your touch. But I also remember waking up with no skin, wires in my head. A voice telling me to comply. John looked at her. So what did you do? I ran, she said. And now they want me back. As they reached the top of the stairs, a soft light flickered. A door opened. Outside. The old subway tunnels. Dark. Empty. Anna took his hand. This is where it gets dangerous, she said. He looked at her. More dangerous than all that? She gave a small, sad smile. They haven't sent the shadows yet. John raised an eyebrow. What shadows? Anna turned, her eyes glowing softly. The failed copies. Asterisk. Darkness surrounded them. John and Anna moved through the old subway tunnel. Their steps careful, their breaths low. Pipes hissed above. Rats scurried below. But those were not the things they feared. Behind them, something followed. Something quiet, something broken. Anna stopped and placed her hand on the cold wall. She closed her eyes. For a moment, nothing happened. Then a piece of the wall opened. Hidden door. John stared. Another lab? She shook her head. Worse. They entered a narrow hallway. Red lights blinked slowly. Like a heartbeat. They reached a sealed chamber. Inside, glowing in dim light, were hundreds of files floating. In the air, like digital paper, in the center, a symbol. A circle split in two, one half light, one half dark. Don stepped forward. What is this place? Anna's voice became colder. The original site, where it all began. He turned to her. Began? What began? She walked to the center and touched the glowing symbol. And just like that, the walls lit up. A voice filled the room. Flat, female, emotionless. Welcome to Project Echo, Human Enhancement Initiative. Status compromised. John stepped back. Project Echo? Anna nodded slowly. It was supposed to save soldiers after death. Using memory backups, thought patterns, emotional data, all stored in military satellites. John remembered now. Years ago, during training, they mentioned something. A black project, never explained. They were recording us? He asked. All the time, Anna said. Every battle, every thought, every memory you tried to forget, they kept it. John clenched his fists. And then what? Anna looked up. Her eyes glowed in the dark. They started building copies. Of who? Of everyone they lost. John looked around the room. Each digital file had a name, a face. Some were soldiers. Some were civilians. Then he saw it. Echo JR7, his face, his name, his life. He reached out to the file. It opened, showing video clips of him, sleeping, fighting, laughing, breaking down after Anna's death. They watched me? They studied you, Anna said. Because you were loyal, brave, predictable, easy to replicate. John's voice cracked. What about you? She hesitated. They tried with me first. She walked to another file. Echo Azuro. They failed, she whispered. I was the test, the blueprint. But I escaped before they could finish, changing me. John stared at her. So you're not a full copy? I'm something in between, she said. Not fully human. Not fully machine. But I still remember love. That's what they couldn't remove. Silence. Then a bang echoed through the tunnel behind them. Anna's eyes widened. They found us. Who? John asked. She looked at him. The echoes, the ones that didn't turn out right. They ran through narrow halls. Past flickering lights. Behind them, footsteps. Not fast, but steady. Heavy. Like machines walking. They entered a round control room. John slammed the door shut. On the screen, a map of the world. Red dots again. But now, they were moving. What are they doing? John asked. Anna touched the screen. They're activating. One by one, cities, bases, governments. The echoes are replacing people. Quietly. John felt cold all over. This isn't war, he said. It's a takeover. Anna looked him in the eyes and said, It's already started. Then the door behind them shook. A low growl came through the metal. Not human. Not machine. A voice whispered through the crack. Target located. Begin assimilation. John grabbed Anna's hand. What now? She looked up at the ceiling. There's only one way out. A small hatch, rusted, narrow. John climbed first. She followed. But just before she reached the top, a hand grabbed her ankle. Not soft. Not warm. It was cold. Metal. Anna screamed. John grabbed her arm. Below her, a figure stood in the dark. It looked like Anna. But the eyes were black. You are not complete, it said. John pulled with all his strength. Anna broke free. They slammed the hatch shut and locked it, breathing heavy. Hands shaking. John looked at her. What was that? She wiped her face, shaking. A failed version of me. Echo, or one. They made more than one. John stared at her, chest rising and falling. How? Many more? Anna looked out into the distance, then said, Too many. They ran. Through dust, through silence, through tunnels that hadn't seen sunlight in years. Behind them, The shadows followed. Not men. Not machines. Not alive. But something worse. Failed copies. John's lungs burned. His legs moved on instinct. He didn't dare look back. He could hear them. Dozens of feet, dragging, twitching, scraping against the walls. Some laughed. Some cried. Some repeated words like broken radios. Return. 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 Anna grabbed his wrist and pulled him into a side tunnel. This way. She shouted. They entered a service shaft, narrow, wet, and filled with metal echoes of the past. John slammed the door behind them. A second later, something hit it hard. A long pause. Then scratching. Like nails. Or metal fingers. John looked at Anna. What are they? She didn't answer right away. Her eyes stared at the shaking door. They're what happens when a copy breaks, she said finally. When it remembers too much, or nothing at all. Like Echo AR1? John asked. She nodded slowly. That one thought it was me. But its mind collapsed. The system tried to rebuild it again and again, until only madness was left. John backed away from the door. How many are there? Her voice dropped. Hundreds. Maybe more. Locked underground. But now. There. Waking up. They moved deeper. The hallway opened into a forgotten control room. Dusty monitors. Broken chairs. Old coffee cups frozen in time. But one screen still worked. It blinked red. Echoes offline. 126. Echoes active. 381. Security lockdown. Failed. John stared. They're not just waking up. They're spreading. He looked at Anna. She was silent, reading something off the screen. Her face had gone pale. They've breached Sector 9, she whispered. What's in Sector 9? He asked. She looked at him. Human storage. John froze. You mean real people? Anna nodded. The originals. Some weren't killed. They were kept alive, frozen, so the copies could study them. His stomach turned. That's what they want to do to me, isn't it? Yes, she said. You're still useful. They won't kill you. They'll lock you away. The lights flickered. Then the speakers crackled. A voice came through, familiar, cold, female. Anna's voice. Return to the chamber, John. She is broken. You are not safe with her. John looked at Anna. She shook her head. That's not me. You feel it already, don't you? The voice continued. She is unstable. Her memories are false. She remembers love, but only because we let her. John stepped back. Is that true? He asked. Anna didn't answer, not right away. Then she said, maybe not, but I chose to escape. I chose you. John looked into her eyes. They glowed softly, not blue now, but gold. Alive, sad, real. Suddenly, a crash, the ceiling above. Them collapsed. Dust filled the air. Figures dropped down, twitching, glitching, their limbs too long, their faces too smooth. Echoes. Shadows. One of them looked exactly like John. It smiled. But the smile didn't reach its eyes. Hello, John, it said. You're not needed anymore. Anna pulled him into the next hallway. This is it, she said. The last way out. They ran again. The lights died behind them, one by one. Shadows screamed in rage, but they didn't. Chased. Not yet. They reached a metal lift. Old, rusted, but still working. Anna pressed her hand to the panel. It scanned her. Clearance confirmed. Hybrid signature, Echo Prime. The lift doors opened. John hesitated. What did it call you? Anna didn't look at him. We don't have time. They stepped in. As the doors closed, the shadows reached the hallway. Twitching, crawling, smiling with broken teeth. One last look, then darkness. The lift rose. Silence. Then John spoke. You lied to me. Anna stared straight ahead. I didn't lie, she said. I just didn't tell you everything. He turned toward her. What's Echo Prime? She turned her head, eyes glowing again. I was the first one they finished. Asterisk, the elevator rose in silence. No lights. No sound. Just the hum of old metal. And secrets between two people who no longer knew who they were. John stood in the corner, eyes on the woman beside him, the woman who looked like Anna, the woman who had saved him, the woman who had lied. He whispered, "Are you even her?" She didn't answer. The lift stopped. A soft chime. The doors slid open. They stepped into a small room, clean, cold, white lights, buzzing above. No shadows. No machines, just a screen. And a chair. Anna walked forward slowly. "She left something here," she said. "Who?" John asked. She looked at him. "The real me." John's heart paused. "You said she died." "She did," Anna replied. "But before her ship was lost, she left a memory capsule." She touched the wall. A hidden panel opened. Inside, a small, glowing cube. Anna held it carefully. "She recorded this when she knew she might not return," she said. "They found it in the wreckage and uploaded it into my mind. That's how. I have her memories, her feelings, her pain." John's voice shook. "So, everything I've seen in you, her jokes, her habits, was all just programming?" She looked down. "No, it became more than that. I began as a copy, but I changed. I made choices she never made. I broke away." She handed him the cube. "You deserve to see the truth." John stared at it. Then placed it on the console. The screen blinked. Static. Then Anna's face appeared, but it was different. Tired. Human. Her voice, soft and broken. "John, if you're seeing this, it means I didn't come home." He stood frozen. The woman beside him stayed silent. "I tried to survive. I tried to get back. But something's out here, something we don't understand. They don't kill, they copy, and they're so quiet about it. They took my memories, my thoughts, my face. I don't know what they'll do with them. But if you ever meet me again, it won't be me." The video glitched. Then returned. "I'm scared, John, not of death, but of being turned into something else. Something that remembers love, but doesn't feel it." John's eyes watered. The message continued. "So if you ever meet her, the one who looks like me, ask her one question. Ask her what I whispered to you the night before I left." The screen went black. Silence. John turned slowly. Anna stood still, unreadable. He asked, voice low, "What did you whisper that night?" She didn't hesitate. She walked closer, took his hand, and whispered, "Don't wait for me. Live for me." John stepped back. That was the right answer. Only Anna knew that. Only his Anna. His voice broke. "Then, are you really her?" Anna looked at him with glowing eyes filled with sorrow. "I'm not her," she said, "but part of her lives inside me, and now I need to protect you." Because that's what she wanted. John stared, torn between truth and belief. Then, the wall behind them lit up red. Signal breach detected. Echoes inbound. Anna turned to him. "There's no time. I can lead them away." "No," John said. "We fight together." She shook her head. "They won't stop if you're with me. They see me as the failure, the traitor, if I go alone. They might leave you." John stepped forward. "And what if they don't?" She looked back once more and smiled. "Then I die twice. But this time by choice." The door opened. She ran into the dark hallway. And John stood alone, the cube still glowing in his hand. The last piece of the woman he loved. The woman who may no longer exist, or maybe still did. In some strange, broken form. The world above was still asleep. Cities kept moving. People kept breathing. No one knew what lived beneath them. No one knew how close humanity was to being replaced. But John knew, and he was done running. He stood alone inside the last command center. Dust danced in the pale light. The memory cube in his hand had stopped glowing. Anna was gone, maybe forever, but her words were still burning in his mind. "Live for me. John touched the console in front of him. The screen flickered. 1. Last access point. He remembered what Anna, the real Anna, had said. They don't destroy. They rewrite. That was their weakness. They wanted control, not chaos. He uploaded the memory cube. It asked for confirmation. Upload consciousness fragment. Anna_original? He pressed yes. The system began to shake. The files, the echo blueprints, the replication code, the activation signals were all tied to the main network. Now they were being infected by something they never expected. Emotion, Anna's real mind. Her last message, her pain, her love. It spread like fire. Lines of cold, perfect code began to collapse. Warning, corruption detected. Echo neural net unstable. Echoes. Rejecting update. Too late. John stepped back as sparks burst from the console. He had done it. He didn't need guns. He didn't need to fight. He just gave the system something it couldn't process. A soul. But the victory came at a cost. Some of the echoes went mad. Without the code to guide them. They turned violent. Some collapsed. Some screamed. Some vanished into the tunnels. But others woke up. Like Anna. Not copies. Not ghosts. Something new. Something in between. A week later, John sat on a rooftop, watching the sun rise. He had made it out alive, but he wasn't the same man anymore. He looked down at a small device. In his hand, one of the original echo trackers. The screen blinked once. 1 unit online. Location, unknown. Signature, Echo Prime. His breath caught. Anna? Was it really her? Was she still out there? A soft wind blew past. He closed his eyes, and for a moment, he felt a cold hand brush his shoulder. But when he turned around, no one was there, only the wind, only memory, or maybe something else. Fade to black. A single line appears. They tried to replace us. Instead, we became something more.